Good morning, family. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today is the 13th of February. Today is Monday. And first, let me start off by giving my soul condolences to the Houston family and to the Brown family. I stand with a plethora of people that are going through an array of emotions about the loss to our sister, Whitney Houston, over the weekend. And, I was getting hit up on my Facebook as well as here on YouTube that, Auntie, what do you have to say about this situation and scenario? And so before I can speak, I was so caught up with emotion that it's like, where do I pull from? You know what I'm saying? Where do I pull from? I've never suffered or battled an addiction like that. I do have an addictive gene. Most of us do have an addictive gene to certain things. I will speak on addictive genes some other time, but just not today. I don't think that it would be cohesive to do that today. But my addictive gene has a lot to do with refined sugars, um, chocolates and stuff. Everybody has something that they are addicted to. And at this point in time, it's rather preliminary to say what was the cause of my sister's death, so I won't speak on that. That's not my call anyway, to say what it is or what it wasn't. That's not my place. I choose to stand in my lane. But in the interim of such devastating news that we all received, it brought forth a dialogue that I think I need to open up for us to discuss and for us to talk about. For me, and contrary to what a lot of people believe about me, or whatever type of label or whatever a person wants to give me, that's fine. It's not my burden to bear, it's actually yours. But I say this to say that I believe in God. I do believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ and all those types of things, and I don't ask why. In the midst of turmoil, in the midst of tragic, in the midst of a storm, we always ask, why, God, why? There's so many other people doing it, but yet this person, you take them. Why, Father, why? It's not for me to question. It's not for me to question. And just like it says, honor thy mother and thy father, and thy days will be long. I'm not going to quote the Bible. I don't want to. I don't want to be considered as no prophetess or none of those types of things. That's not my platform. That's not where I'm standing. But where I do stand is in truth. And that's why I choose not to, until the facts come out, it's not my place to speak on something that I have no idea, don't know about, But I do say that one thing that is being overshadowed and being overlooked because of this loss and devastation is the fact that Whitney has a daughter. An 18-year-old daughter that has lost her mom. That to me holds a lot of weight with me being a mother. And me being a woman of 40, I still suffer from the loss of my mom. You know what I'm saying? It is a devastation that you never get over. It's something that you just is horrific. Okay? And for this young lady to be, starting to blossom and to lose her mother is pure devastation to me. I look upon her as she can equally be my daughter. I could have had her at 22 years old. I'm old enough to be her mother. And I grieve for that. I grieve for the fact that, you know, yes, she's learned a lot in her 18 years being in this industry that she was born into. A lot of it is a fallacy. A lot of it is smoke and mirrors, and a lot of it is, you know, a dungeon with, you know, drugs, alcohol, sex, and fast cars, and I mean, there's a lot of the undercurrent in that world is rough, and so I grieve for her, and I grieve on what you know, my heart bleeds for what now makes of her life. Not saying that she won't make it, because there's so many women such as myself that's putting ourselves out there to teach young ladies, you know, how in which to conduct ourselves. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm always right. I'm not, but I'm honest. And you know, I say that, and even though my mouth is very raunchy, still Tina stands in her truth. And anybody that comes into my arena or comes into my life, they know what they're going to expect from me, and that will be the truth. And with this platform of YouTube, you know, I think it needs to be more truth put out there for young ladies such as Bobby Christina, because you know, it's sad that I know now I'm getting ready to go into a whole different thing now. I'm getting ready to go into some other things that have been placed upon my heart that I need to speak on right now. And I'm still saying that to say the same as with this young lady, but now I also want to speak abroad to a lot of young ladies that do tune in to YouTube and do watch our channels. You know, and I feel like we as mothers, you know, we need to put out things that, you know, our youngsters, our, you know, kids can learn from. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? On whatever truth you stand on. If your truth is to be belligerently honest, if your truth is to be explicitly honest, biblically honest, wherever you stand, there's little girls that are watching. Okay, there are little girls that need to know certain things about life. We need to put forth life lessons, is what I'm trying to convey. And what I say that to say that, first let me ask this question unto the ladies that watch me and the ladies that I tend to watch and the channels that I tend to click on and the videos that I tend to watch sometimes. And my question is, why are we so angry? Why? Why are we so fucking angry? Seriously. Because when you look back at your life, there's things that, baby, at this point in time, it can be changed. You know, I mean, yes, we can rewrite some wrongs, but that wrong was still back there that you need to come to grips with. Be it, you know, you suffer from a tumultuous childhood, you were in an abusive relationship, you're medically disabled, or whatever. But why convey that to where you just coming off as just angry, just this angry? Why? I got a phone call this morning from my girl this morning. She called me and she's telling me about the blogs, and you know, everybody's talking about the Grammys and everybody talking about Whitney and all that, and that just sparked this dialogue for me to share with you. And I don't want to watch the blogs. I don't want to know what's going on World Star Hip Hop. I don't want to know what's happening on Media Takeout. I don't want to know. I understand that all this is basic raw entertainment. I understand that. But I also know that there are a lot of people out here that aren't really rap tight. There are so many people battling so many different demons, battling so many things in their background and their history and all kind of stuff, and medically sick. You know, it's a lot of motherfuckers that's just not psychologically there. And you cannot take word as born on everything that you see or read. It's not always the truth. It's not. Until you get that from a person's mouth. And even still, a person can still say, okay, well, I didn't do it. And people still going to draw their own conclusions on whether or not they did it or not. And I think that it is so sad. I think that the way in which things are going right now is really fucked up. It really is. You know, and then I go back to, you know, looking at these youngsters watching us, and they're learning from us, for real. And we sitting out putting out dumb shit. I mean, seriously. I mean, if you're gonna use this platform for something to where, okay, if you're gonna tell your truth, then tell that.